Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing, man? It's the Rendog Stream. Came by to give a little quick review of the stand-up for WWE. I know stand-up for WWE has been going on for a while, and I gotta say, I will be standing up for WWE because WWE's been one of the biggest wrestling shows I've been watching for over a year. I thought it was WCW. I forgot about WWF when WCW was around, and I just clearly remembered playing the video game WCW versus NWO World Tour, and then at the same time I started watching wrestling. I started watching wrestling during the WCW, ECW, WWF, ECW Invasion, where they feuded with the WWF crew. I gotta say, this was one of the biggest moments. I thought there was NWO, but there was no NWO, and then it was WWF. I was confused with WWF and WCW, because I remember I was playing the WCW video game on Nintendo 64, and I gotta say, this brings back some memories. It was weird. I thought Kurt Angle, I remember I used to think Kurt Angle was Dean Malenko, hilariously, but it was Kurt Angle, not Dean Malenko. And I remember it was Billy Gunn. I forgot who he fought. I think he fought Chris Benoit. It was Billy Gunn. My brother thought Billy Gunn was Chris Benoit. It was so hilarious. And it was William Regal. It's like, what happened to Steven Regal? Is that his brother or something? It's like, no, that was William Regal. And I think his real name is Matthew Dean. It's like, that's odd. It's like, he's saying Regal or Steven Regal. But I remember Steven Regal in the WCW World Tour video game, and then there's William Regal. So, and then Eddie Guerrero, I think, was in the WWF. He jumped to WWF, but I think was injured at the time. And I remember he came back to attack RVD. I remember those good moments. And I used to, Ric Flair. I remember Ric Flair was in that World Tour video game. Because I started watching wrestling in 2001. I was 10 years old, turning 11. I was going to the 4th grade. It was odd I was that old in 4th grade. I was supposed to be in 6th grade, but yeah, everybody knows. I was actually supposed to be in 5th grade. Because, you know, I started when I was 7, but I started late, so I had to repeat. So I should have been in 5th grade. I should have been going to 5th grade at that time, but never mind that. Anyway, I just remember that was a very good moment of wrestling. It was really epic, I gotta say. It was one of the best. Remember when I first watched wrestling, I remember watching Shane McMahon, Diamond Dallas Page, Undertaker in a triple threat match. I think Sarah tried to struck Shane with a stick. Shane McMahon snatched it out and struck Sarah, and I remember she was injured. And then I remember Jeff Hardy versus the Big Show. I thought that was Sarah, Undertaker's wife, kissing Jeff Hardy, but it was actually Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus and Jeff Hardy, you know, tried to split a fling. And I remember a week after, it was Jeff Hardy had a brother, Matt Hardy. It's like, oh, that's his brother. And I remember Trish Stratus and Lita was in a triple threat. Feud. They had the best feud so far. Trish Stratus and Lita had the best feud. And Trish Stratus, you know, played one of the best heels since her debut with TNA. I remember playing WWF No Mercy, Trish Stratus, TNA. It was Trish Stratus, and then I remember she used to manage Test and Albert, and then SmackDown 2, she used to manage Val Venus. But TNA, Test and Albert, it was not, you know, Tits and A, but that whole shebang. But I think that was the best story angle. It was the best stable. I mean, not story angle, but stable. And apparently, it was like very interesting to see how Trish Stratus progressed to a full-time wrestler. Because I remember SmackDown just bring it, and I remember those good moments, man. When Trish Stratus used to have that. Sorry to get off topic, but on top of that, I remember Undertaker's wife Sarah. When Undertaker was normal, I didn't know the Undertaker was just this vicious zombie. So I remember they wrote that angle where Undertaker gets buried alive just so he can come back as the dead man again. You know, bring him a resurrection. You want to bring back to his vintage attitude. So they put him on this rest. I think he had some injury or something like that. So he was just, alright, let's just write an angle where he comes back as the dead man. So I was like, oh man, he's back as the dead man. This is how the Undertaker started. He was the dead man. And I remember watching his old flicks. He used to be the dead man. Then by 98, he became a motorcycle thug. And it's like, alright, he's probably trying something different. I remember after losing to Stone Cold, he became this normal guy. People think Stone Cold is the only guy that beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. It's not true. He never lost a match at WrestleMania. I remember I used to see Undertaker against Ric Flair. The Undertaker was 6-0, I think. No, he was, I think, 10-8-0. And then eventually soon he became 10-0. WrestleMania 90. Yeah, he debuted in 1990. He was 10-0. Because now he's 18-0. So he was 10-0. He was undefeated, and that was a good match. And then he won the following year with Undertaker and Nathan Jones against Big Show and A-Train, that was his other undefeated streak. So it's good he won in a tag team match. I think that was epic. The Undertaker, you know, hopefully reaches 20-0. It'll be rolling off some great records. And I think eventually soon, hopefully, he returns to feud with Undertaker. But for the most part, I remember standing up for WWE. Sorry this review so long, but I just flashing back some good moments when I used to watch wrestling. I remember Michelle McCool's debut. Michelle McCool's debut 2004 was her mixed tag team match. Her Big Show against Dawn Marie and Renee Dupree. I thought Dawn Marie would send out someone powerful. Like, if Kane was on SmackDown, it would have been him and Kane. Or the A-Train. I don't know if the A-Train was gone, but Matt Morgan would have bring the duo more even. But quite frankly, that was a great moment. And Michelle McCool used to be this aerobic guy before having the teacher gimmick, before having her gimmick today, which is the Late Cool gimmick she has today. It's very ironic to see her the chain of events she changed to. And I think it was very epic so far. That was just one of the great story angles Michelle McCool has, and I know she's been on highs because of her injury that had to disband the Teacher's Pet tag team. I remember she was a good ballet for the tag team, and it was a great feud. It's just the injury had her right off the tag team for a while. But it's good she came back as a normal Michelle McCool, but then eventually she developed that Late Cool gimmick. I think that was very great. I'm just remembering some good moments. So I remember I started watching wrestling in July 2001. I was 10 years old, a month before turning 11, and I gotta say, that was just one of the best moments I ever saw. It was some good moments. I forgot what the main event was, but oh my word, that's just, man, I'm just bringing me back some good moments, man. Stand up for WWE. Then I remember 2002 where they had to get the F out. Oh man, I saw that advertisement. Get the F out, because they're getting sued by World Wildlife Foundation. I think World Wildlife, something like that. And it's like, what? Why are they getting sued? It was oddly dramatic for them to get sued because of the name, and then unfortunately they got sued World Wildlife Foundation, and then they had to change to WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. I always thought it was World Wrestling Education. That was just one of the most hilarious moments. It just brings me back some good moments. I gotta tell you, man, it's just very epic. I'm standing up for WWE. Hopefully WWE's still around. Hopefully it's not just for the Senate of Linda McMahon running for Senate, but hopefully if Linda McMahon wins Senate or lose, we can continue to stand up for WWE because of malicious attacks by the media, and because of Linda's running opponent attacking WWE so negatively. So I just think that was just some low judgment, and bringing back stuff from the past. But WWE's changing to PG before Linda McMahon was actually running for Senate. So it was good to change it TV PG, because I think it's time for to attract young views. Because most of them are watching UFC. Or, they're into other NBA, NFL, stuff like that, mostly UFC. But I gotta say, it's good to turn into PG. It could be family entertainment, it could be a safe environment for me to entertain the crowd. There could be tons of ways I can entertain the crowd. I don't think I have a PG Attitude Era. I highly doubt that, because the Attitude Era was more aggressive, especially Stone Cold. He's a TV-14 guy, based on his whole personality and attitude. It's just phenomenal. And The Rock, he's okay at PG. He's a very good PG. He has some PG personality. Saying whoop some candy, but that whole shebang. And his guitar stuff was just hilarious. I remember his heel. I liked him with the guitar. The guitar gimmick was hilarious. At the same time, he was a good wrestler, man. It was just very interesting. He was always a good wrestler, no matter what. No matter if he served the crowd or served himself. But remember, his face turned 2004, then he left to do movies. Glad he's making a good return, and hopefully he continues doing movies. Rock's been pulling out some great movies so far, and he's very entertaining now in movies. Doing very well. And John Cena, I love John Cena now. He reminds me a lot of The Rock, a little more like Hogan, mostly like The Rock. But except John Cena can really serve the crowd, except he doesn't get as much food as John Cena is. But John Cena, I gotta say, I really like his face. Hopefully he doesn't turn heel, or that whole shebang. Hopefully he doesn't turn heel, because John Cena's face turn's been really great. I think he's been hitting the market with kids, and he should be the face of WWE. So hopefully he doesn't turn heel. If he turns heel at the right time, but eventually soon it's just gonna be great. I think this would be a great time for a great moment for John Cena to continue these markets. Like there's like a very few WWE celebrities now that you can see in other media, like John Cena, The Rock, maybe Stone Cold, The Big Show. Hopefully he reaches other markets too, since he's doing a WWE Films movie, Knucklehead. And Mark Funstein, Big Show, I love the reunion. It's just been great. So I'm sorry for the long review for Stand Up for WWE. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please subscribe to me up there. Leave your comments below. And peace out.